Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Zach Clayton. Like you didn't know that, you guys are tuning into this, which is the PAC channel. So obviously you know who I am. I'm president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, and I've made a great friend just recently, and I'd like to bring her on. Her name is Stephanie Simones. She works for One Hope Wines, and her and I got into a conversation, and we started talking about this, and we thought, what better way to promote what One Hope Wines does and the missions that we work with, then try to take each month and tell people about these missions every month when it approaches them and tells about the great missions that One Hope Wines does. Stephanie, can you just give us a real brief overview of One Hope Wines, please?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Zach, for having me. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Stephanie Simoes. I am a cause entrepreneur with One Hope Wine. We are an award-winning Napa Valley winery that gives back with every single bottle of wine. So what I do is I specialize in fundraising, gifting, private wine events, and wine delivery. And I'm really excited to be here partnering with Community Pay It Forward to raise a donation for the Avery Center and Project Die Hard. There will be a specific fundraising link for each organization that we'll share later that you can shop to support. And I just would like to mention that I am personally going to be making a $25 donation for every $50 we raise collectively as a group for each cause. But at this time, I do want to turn it over to the Avery Center.
That's great. And for joining us from the Avery Center is Marissa's Simers. Did I get that right?
Seamers, so close.
Okay. And we've also got from Project Die Hard, anybody who's ever spent any time on my show recognizes this guy because he's my brother, he's my friend, he's a great guy. Brian Gibson is joining us from Project Die Hard. So, Marissa, we know that you've got a little bit of time limits, but we really want to tell the story of what you guys do. I don't know if you know my association with you guys, but I know Megan personally. I've been raising money for the Avery Center for quite a while now. And I just absolutely love her and everything she's been doing since Free Our Girls to Avery Center. And now you guys are just getting bigger, better, and stronger. But there's never enough attention that we can bring to the great work that you and you, David, everyone is doing. So, Marissa, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Avery Center, please, and what the great work that you guys do?
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm so glad to hear that. I did hear a little bit about relationship, but I definitely know that Megan thinks highly of you. So, yeah. So I work for the Avery Center. The Avery Center is a nonprofit that serves survivors of domestic sex trafficking. We were founded in 2014 by a survivor herself named Megan Lundstrom. We actually started as Zach kind of mentioned, Free Our Girls. That was like the name of the nonprofit. We just rebranded in 2020 to become the Avery Center. And so, like I said, we do serve survivors of sex trafficking. And we do that through several different ways. So we have a services arm and we have a research arm. And so our research team works in policy. They work on training law enforcement, training different victim advocates, different service providers. And then our services team is dedicated to directly providing services to those who have experienced trafficking or commercial sexual exploitation. So a couple of our different programs. We have a housing program, which we help survivors find housing and then help them financially with that for 12 months. We have a care package program, which is one of my favorite, and it's something that I actually directly oversee. So once a month, we send out 100 care packages to survivors across the nation. We actually do have a couple in Canada as well. And they're nothing special, nothing fancy, but it's kind of our way to say like, hey, we're thinking of you. We're here for you if you need anything. And so that's really cool. That's something that not a lot of nonprofits do. That kind of sets us apart. So that's something that I'm really proud of, and to be able to send out those, we send 100 a month. Other programs that we do have an economic empowerment program. And so we employ survivors to come and they do services for us, but then we also go through workshops of them. We learn about financial wellness and we learn about handling trauma and things like that so that they can be successful in like a typical quote unquote job. So those are like our big pillar services, but then we also offer case advocacy, case management, legal assistance, um, an ear to listen or a shoulder to cry on. We're just kind of there for anything that they need or needs that we can help meet. So that's a little bit about me and or about what I do at the Avery Center as well. So
You guys have a mission, and it was a great privilege for me to actually be able to get Megan to sit down and speak to me for about 20 minutes about a month and a half ago. Like I said, I've known her for all these years, and getting to see her, I even said it on this: if you want a chance to talk to Megan, you better book about 6 months out, because if you don't, she's not going to have the time. So she's a wonderful person. Couple things that I learned on that, and you're here so you guys so you can verify this. I asked her about the name change because it used to be Free Our Girls, and I had a question about, well, do you guys only deal with girls? And that was never the thing. So that's something that I think is extremely important.
yeah, so it's actually a really cool story, and I know Megan would be okay with me saying it because she has.
Yeah, she actually, just to let you know, she already shared this online, so
Oh
she
well, perfect. Then
absolutely knows.
we don't need to tell the whole story again. But then, but yeah, it is really cool because we do serve all genders, most ages. Typically, there's a little more red tape involved with they're not 18, but that doesn't necessarily disqualify them for our services. But yeah, for sure, and that's kind of where the motive behind rebranding came from, because it was kind of confusing and kind of misleading. Oh, Free Our Girls, oh, it's only girls that they help, but that's definitely not the case. And so I think the rebrand, even though it was in the middle of the pandemic, was definitely a good move, and it was a step in the right direction for us for sure.
Yeah, and just for those who are joining us for the first time, the Avery Center, it got its name because Avery was the name that Megan was trafficked under, and she wanted to build strength from that name. That's what the name was that she was abused under, and so she wanted to make sure that she showed people that, damn it, I'm strong. I can still, I'll take and make something out of this name, something much better than you tried to make me make.
Yeah,
And so, like I said, she's an inspiration. I just love her to death. I've always enjoyed doing book sales and all kinds of stuff with her. We were really good friends with her when you guys were in the church. So, and we used to have all of our meetings there in the church downtown Greeley. So that was really neat. You guys also have a plan that you guys would like to see your care packages go up. You guys would also like to see the care packages go up to $200 a month by the end of the year. Is that correct?
Yeah. So that's kind of our annual goal. And so we do send, like I said, 100 a month, and our goal is to try to send 200 a month, so double the program. We do have a wait list as it is already, and so I know without a doubt that if we were to expand to 200 a month, that we would have zero issue filling those spots. The issue just comes with the cost of that program. Money rules the world, unfortunately. So that's kind of our financial goal, service goal through the end of the year, is to try to double that program. And something really cool about the care package program is it's almost our initial, for very often it's our initial contact with our new clients. And so people hear about the care package program from their friends, or for someone they might have met like while they were being exploited or for whatever reason. And so we start sending them care packages, and they're like, oh, well, maybe I'll go check out the Avery Center online. And then they're like, oh, well, they do a lot of great things. Well, maybe I'll send them an email. And then it ends up that's where we kind of were able to make that first contact. And so the care package program is really important, and being able to double it from the 100 to the 200 is crucial in being able to provide services for these individuals.
And just to let everybody know out there, she's right. Okay. I mean, Marissa is 100% right. Money does ruin the world. Or ruin or run, either which way you want to do it. That's, whichever way you look at it, that's true. But you guys can help. Some of the stuff that they have in these packages are like fuzzy socks, things that you take for granted. Okay. Things that as a woman sitting around the house are comfortable to you are the same things that they want to give to these individuals who are getting trafficked. Okay. They want to give them these luxuries that they don't get, to where they can start to feel human again. What can you tell us everything that are in these packages? And these are things that you can donate without, next time you're going shopping, throw in a package of fuzzy socks and say, hey, Avery Center, here, help 3 more people. It's very simple to do this.
Yeah, so each month actually has different items. So we try to keep it as different as possible, just so they're getting new things. Let's see if I can remember what we did for March. I think it was we did a candy bar. We did some chapstick. I think we did a little shampoo, conditioners, and some lotions. And then I think we did a couple tea bags. And then we did crackle corn, which is a whole other story in itself. But we did just like a little snack pack kind of thing. So like you said, Zach, it's not like we're sending out like gift cards or anything like crazy, but they're just things that sometimes we don't always think about how we're lucky to have. And sometimes it's nice to just pass those around. And even if it's something like Megan has said in the past, she was like, I used to hear from people all the time that got the care packages that it was just, the exciting part of like getting a package in the mail, or getting something in the mail that's not a bill or not just junk mail, getting something that's to you and it's meant for you and someone's thinking of you. Like sometimes it doesn't even matter what's in the box. It's just the fact that they got mail that's to them, not to their abuser or not to anybody else. It's for them and it's stuff for them to have. And it's just something, a little pep in your step every month. So,
well, we know that unfortunately your time is a little bit short today. We've got the domain name up right now, theaverycenter.org. Can you tell us a little bit about how people can reach out to anybody there and make if they just want to make a cash donation, in which we're really trying to help people out by offering wines, and then Community Pay It Forward has over 100 partners that you can shop with and donate to the Avery Center. So you don't always just have to pull out your wallet. Right now, if you utilize those QR codes that we just showed, we're going to show them again later on, but you also go to our website, you can find 100 partners that will donate every time you shop with them. So just remember this. But if they want to send a cash donation, or maybe a donation of some goods for, snacks or something like that to the individuals that you're trying to reach, how do they do this?
Yeah, so on the website, which is it looks like it's on the screen right now, on the very top corner, there will be a link to a PayPal. So that's one that you can send us money if you wish. You can always mail us a check as well. I believe our mailing address is on the website under Contact Us. I believe it's on there somewhere. You might have to dig, but we definitely have a mailing address on there where you can send a check. And then if you wish to do like in-kind donations or like physical donations, you'll have to send probably me an email, which I'm happy to provide my email, or maybe Zach can send it out. I'm not sure how that works, but you have to send me an email just so we can coordinate when to drop that off or things like that. But definitely welcome in-kind donations as well. Yep. So there's our offices. So that's a perfect address to, or either one. Honestly, we receive mail at both, but the PO box would probably be best for mailing in a check if that's what you wish. Or honestly, that email that's on there, the info at the Avery Center, that's a perfect email to reach out to as well if you wish to coordinate dropping off like in-kind donations. So.
And I'm just going to put this out there. One other thing that you can do to really, really boost what they're doing, and once again, please utilize this website whenever you can. But one of the ways that you can really utilize and boost what they're doing is just send them a message saying, "Hey, thank you." Let's be honest here. They're doing a lot of hard work. They're doing a lot of great work, trying to save people who are in a very difficult situation. Marissa, I thank you so much for your time. We need to connect some other time when we have a little bit of time to talk.
Of course.
But we're hoping that we can get you back on joining us on the 15th at
Yep,
the same
yep.
time when we go the halfway mark and see how we're doing.
Yep,
And,
I plan on being there on the 15th.
All right. That sounds great. So we know that you got to run. We hope that everybody stays with us because we've got some more great stuff coming on. And I just want to share this with you one more time. I think this is very great. So you're killing it, from Sandra Roth. So
thank you. That's actually, that's one of the coworkers. So she's an Avery Center employee as well. So it's cool to see we got some support out there from my
well,
team.
that's great.
Well.
That's great,
Awesome.
Sandra, and welcome to the show. And we hope to keep you on here. We do this every Wednesday night, talking to people in the nonprofit world. So please keep joining us. So,
Perfect.
but thank you very much for coming, Brian, Stephanie. Do either of you have? Well, she really had to run. So, but yeah, it's talking to Megan. A month ago was very. It was extremely exciting to me because, like I said, I've had a long working relationship with her. And, I was there when she was first getting this started. And every time she turned around, she was pulling her hair out for some other reason. She was in college. She was trying to get this done. Right, Brian? See, I'm just growing it all in the back. That way I can have a comb up someday, so when I lose any more. But anyway, we're watching her go to college and then run in front of the House and Congress and do all the work she did. It was just such a fantastic thing getting to know her. But it is impossible to slow her down, which is a great benefit to her and to everybody that she's helping. But we're going to ask you again, please. We're going to share this real quick before Brian speaks. But these, I got to get rid of that. I got to pull it back up the right screen here. But these are the QR codes for the day. Stephanie, can you please go on ahead and explain these QR codes?
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you all for tuning in from home. The first link on the top is our virtual event page for the month. So if you jump on that Facebook public page, you're going to see throughout the month some different, wines, different recipe pairings, some fun seasonal things that are shared there, all to support, these great causes that we're supporting this month. To the left on the bottom is the QR code, the direct fundraising link for Project Die Hard. And on the right is the direct fundraising link for the Avery Center. If you want to just go straight to the fundraiser and instead of the event page and shop to support there, you can do so.
That's fantastic. I'm going to leave those up for a second. And we want to reiterate what we put at the beginning, that we are about telling the story of what Project Die Hard and the Avery Center are doing. We're not asking you to go out and get loaded and be stupid. We're asking for responsible people to make responsible choices. Help us by supporting them, enjoying some wine with your friends. Wine's a great gift for people all the time, a housewarming gift, something like that. And what would be better than presenting them with a wine that makes a difference? And that's really what we look for with Community Pay It Forward. And that's why Stephanie and I have become good friends in a short amount of time, is that we both have the same mission, that everything we do, we want to have it make a difference. And so this is just one of the greatest things that when we started talking about this, it was like, well, it was great to meet you. Hey, what about it? Oh, and all of a sudden, we were off for the races. I mean, the event was started and we were talking the next day, and I think it's working great. So
linking arms and a force for good. We're going to do a lot of good for these organizations. I'm excited.
That's right. So our next guest is Brian from Project Die Hard. Again, many of you have met Brian before because he's been on this show. He's been on my PAC channels many times. And we've been working with Brian. We worked with him on the 22-hour podcast. We did a 1 hour segment with him where he introduced the FOB and showed what's going on. Folks, it's time. Okay, this is about veterans, veteran families, and he has something unique that's keeping veteran families together. So let's, really pay attention to what he's got going on here, because this is something great and we need to help Brian out. Brian, my brother, I'm going to let you take it away, and we're going to share your screen here. There you go.
All right, brother. Thank you. Yeah, you've been a great help to the mission. It's definitely nice meeting you tonight. And all I can say is thank you and God bless for the help you're going to be giving to our mission. Speaking of that, our mission statement is to bring public awareness to veteran suicide and to assist veterans in coping with the stresses and difficulties in transitioning from active duty military to civilian life. We are a faith-based, scripture-oriented 501c3 tax-exempt organization. We are a true nonprofit. I don't got to talk about the problem too much, because if you don't know about the problem, then you live under a rock. We're losing way too many of my brothers and sisters, right, every day to suicide. That was just in a meeting right before coming here, and we got the daily numbers. We're at 35 today. Yeah. The solution, because the Army taught me, you don't complain about a problem unless you can fix it. Regardless whether they need a place to talk or a bed for the evening, a week, a month, or up to a year, Project Iron will be there to help them. A veteran is more bound to chat with their kindred veterans. The mission of Project Iron is to give a veteran a sheltered, secure place where they can get the help and support they need. There's no judgment involved. There's no nothing. We are based off Romans 15:13. We want to give veterans hope. This is what we are working on right now. This is Forward Operating Base Rush, named after Sergeant Courtney Rush of the United States Air Force, that lost her fight to the demons January 3rd, 2012. This is how we are going to name all of our facilities, because the end goal is to place one of these in every state. This is our first one. This is why, Zach, your help is so well received. When completed, Forward Operating Base Rush will house 12 single veterans and 2 veterans with their families for up to a year. Phase 1 of the improvement cost is $624,000. That's the structural, electrical, plumbing, all that. The monthly operating cost, we do qualify for grants. We're only missing one little thing. We're not operational yet. We're in that catch-22 right now. There's no grants to put a new roof on the building. And because we don't have a new roof, we can't bring veterans. And because we can't bring veterans, we can't get the grants for the food and the skill training and the education and everything else. We do have 2 veteran-owned companies that are supporting us as of right now. That's Maxwell Soap and Third Day Coffee. Both of these veteran-owned companies will be supplying our facilities with their products. And every time you shop with them, a piece comes back to our mission. We do believe in teamwork makes the dream work. What sets us apart? In a nutshell, complete transparency. I'm not against salaries, but if you can explain why someone needs to make $720,000 a year, $435,000 a year, $432,000 a year, $280,000, right? And you run a nonprofit, are you in it for the heart or for the dollar? Because I tell you this, I'm in it because I've lost too many of my brothers and sisters to suicide that I serve with. So I will never take a salary. I'm not against them, but you see my point.
Yep.
Complete transparency. Whether you want our 990 or even our monthly P&L, contact our account. They got strict orders to release it. One thing we ask people for $22 a month, 73 cents a day. And whether you give $22 a month or $22,000 a month, me personally, as the founder and president of Project Die Hard, will never know what you give. My accountant will, and my treasurer will, but they have orders never to tell me. Because the Bible tells me not to lift any person above one another. And I'm just a frail little human. So the best way I know how to figure that out is, I don't know. We formed in 2018, 2019, we just started rolling, and then good old 2020 hit. But during the 2020, that's when we got blessed with the 20 acres and the 10,000 square foot building, which is Forward Operating Base Rush. 2021, yes, it's great to have a building. It's great to have the land, but you can see the difference. This is why we need people to give that $22 a month. Because right now, and I understand this is not about me, my savings account can't do this much longer. How you can help? Donate. Whether it's money, time, sharing our mission, do something to help get this mission out there. Because I will never spend $10.2 million on a Super Bowl commercial. Become a patron. That $22 a month breaks down to 73 cents a day. That's one latte a week you got to give up. One fast food meal you got to give up. It's too easy. You get healthier, we get to build our facilities. Volunteer. We'll always take volunteers. If you have a skill, something that you think can grow this mission, reach out to us. I'll have all that down below. We'll talk, but I will be upfront and honest. If you come to Project Die Hard to get rich or famous, think really hard before you send that email, because it won't happen here. I'm sorry if I offended people, but that's just the way it is. We're here to save veterans' lives. That's it. Plain and simple. Oh, our upcoming event. Yes. Hope Stock. July 29th to the 31st. Our second annual. We got Chris Tyson, Chris Turner coming back. We've already got some other artists lined up. We just locked down our barbecue, our pit master for the event. But again, we still need sponsors to run right across, right? On the gold and platinum, Zach here has offered to run a 30-second or 1-minute commercial on all of his social media.
And just to let you guys know, all the rates that you're seeing down on the bottom are to sponsor Hope Stock. So this that's scrolling on the bottom right now are the prices of the sponsorship packages.
Now, we'll give you a little update. Friday, July 29th is our Message of Hope. That's Chris Tice, Jason Dunn, and I'm not allowed to release the artist's name that's coming. I know who it is, but he promised me I can't tell anybody. But that's going to be live streamed on as many social media platforms as possible as of 2 days ago, we were up to 2 million people that it'll go out to. So, yeah, your sponsorship as a business will go a very, very long way. Our intent is to bring public awareness of veteran suicide, to bring public knowledge of forward operating base rush, to raise funds to get forward operating base rush operational, and to give veterans a weekend of fun, food, music, and just much, much more. Zach, way back in the day when we first started off, he said, "Oh, I'll be there." And then he goes, "Oh, wait, I'm getting married, so you're excused." Our website, projectdiehard.org, our Facebook, Project Diehard 22, our Instagram, Project Diehard, LinkedIn, Project Diehard, is our business page. And that, in a nutshell, is Project Diehard. It's one of those things that every once in a while, Zach knows all about Project Diehard. But we got some new followers, some new people seeing Project Diehard for the first time, so I like giving people information.
Yep.
If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. We're watching, and I'll answer.
So look at this. As luck would happen, the QR code you're seeing right now on the screen, right underneath Brian, believe it or not, that is the fundraising code for Project Diehard. So if you scan that right now and you can buy a bottle of wine this month, a portion of that when you use that QR code. This cover page that we're using is going to be the cover screen of our social medias for the month, because that's how important this is. We want to support the Avery Center. We want to support Brian and Project Diehard because we believe in what they're doing and they need our help. So let's get this done. Hey, Brian, I greatly appreciate it, my friend. I know it's getting late out in your area, and you're one of those guys who works from morning till whenever the hell the next morning starts. So, I understand that. This is and I do want to kind of make this clear because a lot of people do know your story. Project Diehard is going to be a complete and total sober living facility. There is no alcohol involved at all in Project Diehard. But
let me rephrase. No drugs, no alcohol are allowed on our properties.
Okay, there you go.
The Bible says, "Do not lead your brother into temptation." I'm a recovering alcoholic myself. I'm good with people having a glass of wine or a beer around me. It doesn't bother me. But some of my brothers and sisters, they got to learn that, you know what, you can be around it, you don't better drink it. But to people that help us, thank you, God bless. We've talked to wineries around here, and I'm sure Stephanie can live with that if you come set up a booth at Hopestock, you can sell all the wine glasses you want. You just can't sell the wine. It's just that. You know?
Again, this is such an important mission, and Brian and I were talking, and we understand the severity of getting this building built, and we want to be part of what's going on. That's something that's extremely important to us. And when we started talking to Stephanie about it, granted, it was a little bit later and it probably could have been, but, Stephanie was excited. Stephanie, do you have anything that you would like to add to or ask Brian?
That was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. And I just want to kind of reiterate what Brian said. If you're watching on any of these platforms, it doesn't cost anything to share this around. It may reach someone who, really would be passionate about supporting these causes. So just for the click of a button, doesn't cost anybody anything. Please share this around and share the campaign for the month, because that little bit goes a long way. Definitely check out their websites too, because there's a lot of ways that you can support them. I'll be sharing about One Hope in a minute. as soon as Brian is wrapped up and how we're going to support throughout the month through our campaign. But Brian, thank you so much.
Well, all I can say is thank you and God bless to all that support us and all that come on board to support us. But speaking of that, brother, yes, it's getting later. I got somebody over here going, are you going to eat? Are you going to eat? Are you going to eat? But yeah, brother, thank you. God bless. Keep up all the great work you're doing. And again, thank you. But I will leave you two to it. You're the stars. You're the host. Rock and roll.
We're the messengers this time, brother. You guys are the stars, man. Have a good one, Brian. We'll talk to you next week. All right.
Later,
And please make sure that you leave it open on the 15th to rejoin us so we can talk about our halfway mark and we can talk about anything that we get done. So thank you.
Wow. I'm just so inspired right now.
It's, like I said, this is the first time that we're doing this, Stephanie. And, this isn't going to be the last time. This is one of the, this was shared to us by Denise Vargas. She's a great friend of mine. And I think this is just beautiful. I really do. A gift of a beautiful bottle to support a beautiful soul. And that goes on both of our guests today. That really does. So, and then here you go. Raise a glass to stop veteran suicide. Once again, this isn't, we're not saying don't drink, but we're saying make sure that you do it responsibly. But truthfully, the thing is that we just really want to be, we want to support the message here that, hey, there are people out there who need our help. Now,
Right.
Saying this isn't a 1 month thing. Stephanie and I are in this for the long run. We want to do this twice a month. We want to host this event twice a month, on the 1st and on the 15th, or the first Friday and the second Friday of every month. We're going to be back right here, and we're going to be talking about 1, 2, 3 causes, whatever we need. Do you need help? All you got to do is reach out to me. Okay. If you know Stephanie, reach out to Stephanie to find out how we're going to do this. This is our first one. So it's a little, we're trying. Hey, did you see that? You saw her, right? She does exist. Really. You saw her hair flash in the screen. So she's not an illusion. So yeah, I did. I love that. I was telling him that, if I come to Project Die Hard, you may not ever see me again because I'm supposed to get married right in the middle of that on the 30th. So it was like, oops.
It seems like it's going to be an incredible.
Because I didn't pick I couldn't have got it done sooner. So.
I cannot wait to hear more about that and the sponsorships and all the things. I can't wait to connect with Brian. That's great. So I must ask, did you pour a glass?
Not yet. I was kind of waiting for Brian to get out of there. But Stephanie, while we're waiting to pour a glass, why don't you go ahead and talk to us a little more about these?
Perfect. Yeah. So if you're just jumping on and catching this, that first QR code at the top is our virtual event page on Facebook that anyone can join. You can scan that with your phone camera. It'll take you right to the public event page on Facebook, where I'll be sharing throughout the month different wines, different seasonal recipes, different pairings with the wines. So join us for the monthly campaign there and be sure to share that around. If you want to directly support Project Die Hard through the One Hope fundraiser, that is the QR code on the bottom left. And if you want to support the Avery Center directly through the One Hope fundraiser, that is the QR code on the bottom right. Those links are also included on that virtual event page. So if you join that top QR code, you're going to have access to those links there as well. And then you can kind of join us month long for the fun event.
Oh, that's great. And we are asking people, you know what? It's a simple thing. Click the share button. Click this with all your friends. Let them know that, you know what? Community Pay It Forward, Hope Wines, we've gotten together. We're going to do something good. We're going to do something good every month to really showcase some of the people who are out there. For those of you who don't know, April, the reason why we've chosen these two organizations is because within April, we celebrate sexual awareness and children of the military. And why did we choose Brian for the children and military? Brian's running a program where families are going to be able to find a home rather than be homeless. So please please help support what they're doing. Help support Stephanie in what she's doing, and make sure you check out communitypayitforward.us and see what we're doing. Check out all of our partners who will give a portion of whatever you purchase, anything you purchase, and they're going to send us a referral fee. 80% of that referral fee goes directly to a mission. One of our great friends, one of our great partners is Miss Denise Vargas. Okay, she's a life coach. She's inspiring. She heard in her life that, guess what? The doctor told her mom she's not going to see 10. She's not going to make it to 10 years old. Denise made it to 10 years old a couple times. So Denise has done great. And she's going to share her story, and she's going to tell you how to create your own story. It's a wonderful, wonderful story. And I do suggest you go on there and even just talk to Denise, schedule a meeting with her. Denise, if you can, just put your information in the chat with me, with us, if you could, and make sure that you go and you talk to Denise, because she's a wonderful person, wonderful to talk to, and real fun person to talk with. So
thank you for your support, Denise. I'm so glad you're tuning in.
So, and thank you, Brian, for coming and joining us. So Stephanie, we're gonna be a little rude here, and we're gonna make you and I a little bit bigger. And
yeah, that's
we're gonna
fine.
see the shoulder of my betrothed.
I love it.
Tell us a little bit about what I've got here.
Ooh, I'm gonna get to that Moscato in just a little bit, but make sure
okay.
it's cold. Open it up. You can start sipping on that while I share a little bit about One Hope, of course. So I'm just going to assume that most people that are tuning in probably have not heard of One Hope before. So I want to share a little bit about who we are and what we do. So we are a cause-centric winery out of Napa Valley. What does that mean? Every single bottle of wine that we sell gives back to make an impact. So we've donated over $8 million to date, locally and globally. How we do that is through events like this and through our One Hope Foundation. So through the One Hope Foundation, our main pillars of giving are for clean water, ending hunger, health, and education initiatives. And of course, these two organizations fall under, the pillars through the One Hope Foundation as well. In addition, we're able to run these campaigns, these fundraisers like we're doing right now. So in addition, our favorite causes are getting a donation as well. So essentially 2 donations built into every single bottle of wine through these fundraising links. We have some of the most incredible winemakers in the industry. Robert Mondavi Jr., which if you are a wine drinker, you may be familiar with the Mondavi name, Tony Coltrane, and our head winemaker, Mari Wells Coyle, who is one of the few female winemakers in the industry. And we are just so lucky to have her. She has created multiple 90+ point rated wines at $25 or less, really. And I don't know if you know wine ratings at all, but that really means they're really excellent. And what's great is you can get them to your door in 3 to 5 business days and support these incredible causes all at the same time. So we are a private wine label. Our winemakers do make our wine. So from the grape all the way to the glass. And our wine is award winning, which is great too. Double give back with every single bottle. And I'm really excited to dive into a couple of wines to share about them tonight so we can sip together and make a big impact for these incredible causes. So what I am going to talk about is our Sparkling Brut, our Pinot Noir, our Cabernet, and our Moscato. And I threw that Moscato in there. The weather's starting to get warm in a lot of places. Are you enjoying that? Is it good?
Yes, I am. It's got a nice, I teach, or I taste a little bit of pear in it. Did I say peach or?
You said pear.
Okay, phew. I did say pear because I was thinking, did I say peach? Is that why she's looking at me like I'm,
No.
like my tongue is drooling?
Everybody's palate is totally different. I love to hear what everybody kind of tastes.
But yeah, it's I'm more of, and I'm new to wines. I really am. As a matter of fact, the wine that I drink is a blueberry wine. That's like my favorite wine in the world. And this is nice because it's got that nice fruit flavor to it. It's not dry. So, and it's not overly bitter. Like I've had some other fruit wines that are just, really bitter. You just drink them and it's kind of like,
I feel like that Moscato is definitely a sweet lover's favorite.
Yeah.
For sure. We also have a sparkling version of that wine too.
And we'll be drinking that on the 15th.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I'm going to kick it off though with our sparkling brut, and I'll share it here on the screen. This is our Vintner Collection sparkling brut. This one I feel like goes really well with the sweet wine drinkers and the dry wine drinkers. It sits right there in the middle. It's delicious. It's a great brunch wine. And if you wanted to sweeten it up, it's great for a mimosa as well. But I'll share some tasting notes direct from our head winemaker. I am not a wine expert. I focus on the fundraising portion, but I'm happy to share some notes on our sparkling brut. So for our new California sparkling brut, we use a proprietary selection of grapes from California to create a perfume and fruity character in the blend. We find that a blend of California white varietals are actually the most expressive in our sparkling brut. And just so you know, the word brut refers to the sweetness level in sparkling wines. Our brut is typically in the higher range for the category. The sweetness adds complexity and fruitiness. To create the bubbles, we use the Charmant method, where wine goes through a second fermentation process, resulting in wines with aromatic fruit and medium-sized, refreshing bubbles. As you sip, you'll notice bright fruit such as pineapple, tangy citrus, and crisp apple. And you'll discover that our brut pairs well with a wide array of dishes, from fish and chips to lemon tart, melon salad, and even truffle popcorn. Our winemaker loves popcorn pairings. And if you love bubbles, you'll be sure to enjoy our California Shimmer Brut. And for sweeter selections, our sparkling Moscato and sparkling almond wine. So enjoy that. Keep sipping on that. I hope that if you're tuning in from home, you have something in your glass to drink as we're kind of going through. Our next one that I'm going to talk about is our Vintner Collection Pinot Noir. This is a lighter bodied red. This is one that can actually be served room temperature or chilled. So it's one of those red wines that could go either way, which I learned while doing this with One Hope. And I find that chilling it, especially when it gets warmer, I taste the berries a little bit different. I really enjoy it a little bit on the cooler side. So
Okay.
if you haven't tried Pinot Noir chilled, you should. So I'll share some tasting notes on this as well. Even though Pinot Noir is a red grape, noir, as you know, is the French word for the color black, implying a particularly deep and robust red. This grape grows in more moderate to cooler climates in California, which help the wines lower in tannin compared to other reds. This grape originates from France, where it is used to make the red wines of Burgundy, as well as some types of champagne. It is aged in French and American oak casks to further add complexity and further soften the tannins. As you taste it, you'll notice hints of creamy vanilla cola and bright fruity notes such as ripe raspberries and cherries. And our Pinot Noir pairs perfectly with a hearty grilled salmon and fajitas. We're a big taco and fajita family over here. I don't know about you guys, as well as sweets.
We do. Yeah. We're quite the Mexican food family. Yes.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday is like every day with my kiddos around here. And it also pairs well with sweets like brownies and cinnamon sugar popcorn. So yeah, if you love this wine, you will also love our Monterey Reserve Pinot Noir and our Hospitality Collection Pinot Noir. We're saving that Moscato for dessert. I don't know if you noticed, Zach. That's our dessert at the end after these reds here. This is our Vintner Collection Cabernet. If you like a good cab, I highly recommend that you check out this wine. It is delicious. It's one of my best sellers, and it was actually top 3 in the company in 2021 as far as sales go. The Cabernet is delicious. So I'll share some notes on this one as well. Called the King of Red, the California Sauvignon grape is the most popular red in California. Originally from France, the Cabernet fruit was cultivated for generations to craft some of the world's most renowned reds. The grape grows best in Mediterranean climates with influence from the salt air and the sea. The warm days and cool nights in California ripen this grape to perfection. As you sip, you'll notice rich, indulgent flavors such as black cherry, chocolate, and vanilla, and it pairs perfectly with roasted beets and rosemary popcorn. If you like this wine, you will also love our Vintner Collection California Red Blend and our Napa Valley Reserve Cabernet, as well as our iconic collection red wines. So that is a little bit about our cab, which I love. I did not drink red wine until I started with One Hope. Fun fact.
Ah,
Another fun fact I will share that came from our head winemaker is, when doing a tasting, I always say, just try it. We're doing a tasting. Your taste buds actually change every 2 weeks. Something I didn't realize at all. So she always says, just give it a try. You might find that it tastes a little bit differently this time. If you're somebody that, let's say, typically doesn't like a Chardonnay, just give it a try while we're here. You might find that it's a different experience. So I thought that was 2 weeks seems like fast, right? For your taste buds.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
So, all right. And we're off to the Vintner Collection Moscato, the one that Zach is enjoying right now. Hello, sweet wine lovers. This is the wine for you. Perfumed aromas of orange blossom and citrus zest meet bright and sweet flavors of candied lemon and nectarine in this lovely Moscato. For an elegant appetizer, pair this light-bodied wine with a selection of dried apricots, Marcona almonds, aged Gouda cheese, and honeycomb. If you love this wine, you will also enjoy our sparkling Moscato and our sparkling almond varietals.
Well,
do you taste that nectarine? I want to say you tasted that, yeah?
The more I'm getting into it, the less peach I'm tasting. It's a weird taste to me because I've never had anything like this before. But when you started talking about that sparkling and you said the word pineapple, I instantly thought I chilled the wrong bottle. If I start drinking something that tastes pineapple, it's going to be gone. So now I've been sitting here this whole time going, pineapple, 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 pineapple.
You're not a pineapple fan. I'm gonna
No,
take it.
no,
Not at all. Okay, that's
No.
okay. And
no,
everybody's
it's a weird
palate
little fruit.
is different, So hey, listen, I didn't make it. I am not offended at all. I want to hear your honest opinion.
No,
It's
it's really good.
recommend based on what you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it's for my first try with Hope Wines, I'm really impressed with this. So I do. It is really fruity and it's really sweet. So, in which for me, until I become a connoisseur, and I guess I need another 2 weeks because this is about where I'm going to be for right now. So, but it's actually kind of weird to be honest with you. I actually noticed after my accident, after my injury, that's when my taste buds really switched. And there were things that I used to love at that point in time that I can just no longer eat. They just don't, they just don't taste the same. So I know exactly what you were talking about. So
I can I can totally see that. Well, I see that we have the QR codes back on the screen again. So if you're just jumping on and tuning in, I'll share a little bit about what this is. So we have our campaign going on for both organizations all month long. The top QR code is to our virtual event page on Facebook. Anyone can jump on, join in there. You can share that event link around, share it with your friends that may want to also support these causes. And if you want to go directly to the fundraising links to either organization, that is on the left and the right-hand side on the bottom. So the right is the Avery Center, and on the left is Project Die Hard. So you can go right to the One Hope fundraiser through those links. However, those links are also shared on the virtual event page. So if you want to join us all month long for some fun, different recipe pairings and different seasonal things, join us there. And we'll be sharing.
Share your own too. Share them with us. Share your experiences. Share your stories. Talk about if you're a veteran who's went through a problem. Let's share these stories on this page. Let's really make this page important. Okay, that's kind of You know, when Stephanie and I started this, we really wanted to make sure that people understand that we actually do care. We're not out here just peddling wines. That's not what we're trying to do. We're out here trying to make a difference. So let's make this page important, okay? Let's share your stories. If you know somebody who's been trafficked, if you yourself you're willing to share your story, let's share these stories. Make sure that people understand that, you know, we do understand that, you know, we understand, maybe we don't fully understand what you went through, but we're trying to do something about it. Stephanie, how you've only been with Hope Wines for how long?
I'm actually going to be celebrating 2 years this month, which I'm really excited about. I feel like I blinked and here I am. You know, I started at the beginning of the pandemic when suddenly my children were home from school and being schooled at home. And I'm normally the mom that's volunteering everywhere with my kids, and everything was shut down. So this kind of fell into my lap right at the right time. And I think it was on purpose, truly, because I've been able to do a lot of good through this platform over this time, you know, and put my energy into something positive while we were home. And so here I am, fast forward, as a company, we donated over $2 million just last year. So, you know, every day we're raising money for important causes. And I'm really excited to be here doing these campaigns with you. But I can jump in and explain a little bit more of how they can save as well on top of giving back. Zach, if you don't mind, I'll jump in there and just share a little bit about this. Okay, perfect. So every single purchase gives back. There's 2 donations built into every single bottle of wine through these fundraising event links. The ways that you can save and make a bigger impact is by purchasing a half or a full case. Okay, there's 10% off of 6 packs and 20% off of 12 packs, which is a full case of wine. I always like to mention the Wine Club because I feel everybody should be a part of Wine Club, and here's why. It's the second best thing we have to offer on the website. It is free to join. There is automatic discounts on all of your wine purchases, free shipping for the life of your wine club. That's right, you heard it. Napa Valley wine to your door in 3 to 5 business days, and shipping is free with Wine Club. You get double rewards, which means that you have wine credits that you can use to shop for more wine right out the gate. And you can build your own box, mix and match any varietals you like. If you like reds, whites, sparkling, rosé, you can build your own box, or you can choose to have our winemaker select the picks for you. You also have access to exclusive wines this way. And I always like to mention that Wine Club is a great gift that covers all of the holidays too. Gifting and special occasions. I know we have some things coming up. Easter, Passover. We do have a kosher wine also. We have custom etched bottles and crates if you need something specific for a certain occasion. We can do table wine and favors. We have minis. Hold on. I have one here that I can show you guys. These are on sale this month.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Easter baskets for adults, just saying.
There you go.
There. And we do custom bottles with logos for organizations, you know, for companies, for nonprofits. We can put their logo right on our custom etched shimmer bottles too. And all of this could donate to these causes, you guys. Everything that I'm mentioning can donate back to these incredible organizations. So it's that simple. Shop the fundraising link. The purchase is going to donate to the cause. There's a link for the Avery Center. There's a link for Project Die Hard. Any questions at all, don't hesitate to connect with me on the virtual event page. I would be happy to make recommendations if you have any questions or want a recommendation on some wine. But lastly, if you're passionate about these charities and you want to help them fundraise, please reach out to us. We're trying to make a difference. So please reach out to us. You know, together we can give back even more. So,
yep. And if you want to get involved in this, and if you want your organization to join us and make this push, give you guys a little bit of a boost and see what we can do for you, please reach out to us. My name is Zach. It's Zach at communitypayitforward.us. Zach at communitypayitforward.us. Hey, everybody, we're running out of time. Stephanie, thank you, my dear. You did great. This was fun for our first time, you think?
I think we did a good job. I loved hearing about the organizations. It was really powerful. So
as did I. And I think that we've got the perfect ending of our show. thanks to Denise again. How do you like this? Hey,
Oh,
everybody. Cheers to you
Oh.
and your mission. So,
cheers to you, Denise. Thank you so much for tuning in.
so everybody, thank you again. Please make sure that you visit our virtual page. It's right above Stephanie's head right now. So just make sure you do that. My name is Zach. I've been joined by Stephanie. Thank you very much. Please keep up with us. We're going to be giving you updates all throughout the month, and be back here in 2 weeks as we give you guys a midsummer or mid-event update. So, and once again, please also remember, thank you, Stephanie, again.